Welcome to Runners of the Corn Podcast, a podcast about all things running in the Midwest.
It's just a hike in the woods. It's an adventure.
But we are recording.
Oh, we are kidding.
Oh, boy.
With your hosts, Jen Heller. Here we go. Can't take me anywhere.
Nope, can't take me anywhere.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
This is the funniest start of a podcast we've ever had. Goodbye, Stephanie.
Bye.
We have Erin Montgomery with us, who has a puppy on her lap. And we have everyone coming into the store. We were going to hit record about 30 minutes ago, but there's puppies here. Mm-hmm. And with puppies, everyone wanted to come see Erin for the
Check
puppies.
out the new puppies.
Yeah, they want to see your puppies. Yeah, you're gonna have to get in the mic.
Yep, don't forget.
Oh, but put that puppy
hug
on
the mic.
Okay, I gotta be up in it.
There you go.
Oh
Okay.
man, you're quiet.
Turn them up.
So these two, look at them over there.
Oh,
The happy couple over there.
Cute.
But they're like, is this
They're
gonna
like
be
their
our new baby?
Newborn.
Is this gonna be our new baby?
She's sad.
I think they're arguing about it. Shh.
Probably.
Yeah, and we're like, do it.
Yep.
Is she sad? Is she crying?
Baby's crying.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a lot of that if they do that. Like, the first few months or a couple weeks,
Oh,
months.
forever.
Yeah. And then I sent a text to my husband who's out of town and just sent a picture of me holding the puppy. And I got, don't you with ... And I could imagine, don't you fucking dare. And then, am I being replaced? Why aren't you answering your phone? What are you doing? Stop.
Somebody's getting nervous.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't follow the podcast on social media or anything. So
Okay.
he didn't. I know. How dare him. Right?
Listen to your podcast.
No, what a dick.
Wow.
So, but he hates running. So he had no idea that you were coming here with puppies.
Well, he knows now.
He does now.
That's what you get for not following the podcast.
Right.
We're going to do puppy at our house. Okay. So we're here. We're going to talk about something we were going to talk about. Speaking of puppies and sadness, we were going to talk about this like a while ago, and my puppy died. Mm-hmm. And so I could not record that podcast that night.
That's right. Yeah, it was that weekend.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it was the morning.
Yeah.
So we were going to record that Saturday night. And that morning I woke up and my dog was dying that morning. It was terrible. I'm much better now.
I'll do a sad face for you.
Thank you. I feel like getting another dog would make me feel so much better.
It's like a rebound.
Oh, I don't know. Rebounds are not good.
Rebound.
Puppy rebound? Yeah. So, yeah, and I couldn't hit record. So, and we were going to have all of your crew with us and Pacers.
Oh,
Yes.
So, but it was going to be too hard to try and get everyone with us.
but that would have been fun though.
Wouldn't it?
Fun,
I know.
So we got like you had Matthias pace you.
Yep.
And you went, yeah.
And you were my crew chief.
Crew chief. Yeah. But I didn't do all the crewing. Tara helped quite a bit too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to take all the credit there. She really stepped up a lot. And actually Stephanie, who was just in here, she kind of helped out too.
Yeah,
It was
she
really
did.
nice because she was our tent neighbor. And it was really nice having her just be like, hey, I'm comfortable enough to be like, can you grab me this? Can you grab me that? Can you, so it was
She got me applesauce.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she did. She stopped at the store for you.
and I think she went and borrowed somebody's dog once.
She did. And we took the dog on the mile loop.
Oh, that's cool.
Aaron, the Deweys.
The Deweys,
Yeah.
who were just
Oh,
here.
okay. Yep.
We actually borrowed the dog to wake you up too.
Yeah. I don't know if that worked too.
Oh, it was great. The dog was licking you and you're like, what's happening? Oh, a dog. You were like, oh, it was like the best.
It
warm
works for
fun.
a while.
Yeah.
Just like everything else. It works for a while. And then
mile.
all of a sudden you're like,
She would stay awake for that, but not for us.
Right.
Just saying.
No.
it's all right. I'd been through that once before, so I knew what to expect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Poor Matthias.
It's all right.
so I didn't. I mean, I have heard about your sleepies.
Yeah.
But boy, did I get to experience your sleepies.
I
So
get
let's
them very badly.
you do.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the race. All right. How'd your training lead up? 150 miles at Potawatomi. That's a hard thing to overcome.
Did we want to do updates?
I don't remember what they would be.
Okay. We're good. Edit. We're good.
Well,
The only thing we had was Reagan Run. Was there anything else? That's been a while since we recorded, so.
yeah, I really can't remember what. I feel like we just don't have a lot of big stuff that happens in the summer. We've got CMAR coming this weekend for some runners. No, I just can't remember things that, and I feel like I'm going to offend somebody because I forgot
9.
something.
9.
Oh yeah,
did
we
a
had
9
we had
episode.
shoots of 9. So
Yeah.
congratulations to everybody who did shoots of 9.
Yeah.
That
That was actually a really nice day for shoots of 9 for weather-wise.
it was. It was great weather.
Yeah, everybody did really well.
I did great.
So that's the person who did what, 1 or 2 laps?
I did 7 miles, so I don't know how many loops that
well,
is.
then you did
That's a
8
lot.
loops.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Okay, cool.
Pacing, obviously. So I was.
Yeah, that's right. You did pace. I was thinking you just went out for the celebratory laps.
I just crewed somebody, and then whenever they said you could get a pacer, that's exactly when they pulled me
I
in.
think the last
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yes.
So 3 hours of loopy loop,
Yep.
and we had fun. We were having fun. I don't think my brother was having as much fun as I
No,
was.
she wasn't at that point in time.
No.
But I was
Didn't she
impressed with
give
her
you a name?
perseverance.
I did get a new trail name. I don't actually have a trail name.
Was it the devil?
Yeah.
Satan?
Satan. That's what it was.
Listen, when your runner isn't eating and fueling properly, you got to get a little mean,
Right.
which we can talk about. Erin can probably.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's like, yeah, I know. I think you even said, yeah, I know how she is.
Yeah.
Because I kind of didn't force feed you, but I was.
You fed me.
Yeah.
Literally fed me.
Like
And then you were mean a couple times to her from what I've heard.
To Erin?
Yeah. No. To Erin, yeah.
I was mean.
No.
Oh,
She
you
was
were-
mean to you.
Probably.
Yeah. You were probably too tired to even remember now,
Yeah,
huh?
she yelled at me a few times.
Yeah.
And on the, I don't know, there was probably less than 2 miles left in the entire race. And she was like, all right, it's going to rain. Can we start running? I'm like, I can't.
Here's the
I
pace or
cannot."
just complaining about the rain.
That's not what I said. Let me just clarify. You guys you kept turning around and talking,
Yeah, that's true.
and you were too busy talking and not moving. And I was like, less talking, more moving is what I said.
It was going to rain.
And
Yeah.
I didn't want you turning around talking. I was like, keep moving forward. We need to get at a better pace. We need to get moving quickly. And you're like, I am. I'm like, no, you're talking. Because I knew a rain was coming and it was going to get slick
Yeah, it
fast.
did rain pretty hard because Dawn got hit her last loop. I
Yeah,
believe.
And I
Same with
wanted
Nathan.
you to beat that heavy rain coming in because I knew it was coming and it was coming soon and fast.
Yeah. It got slick out there too.
And it got slick fast. It was got just in that time that it was coming. I was like, go. And you're like, I am. I'm like, no, less talking.
You're lucky I didn't hit you with my.
You did.
Okay.
You did hit
On
me with.
purpose?
Well, first you were like, fuck you to the sticks and everything.
Oh,
You were.
I was hitting the flowers and stuff with my pole.
You turned your pole into swords and then you hit me and you're like, sorry. Or am I?
That was an accident.
But it was,
Probably not.
sorry.
Sort-
or am I?
Maybe.
Sort of accident, not really.
Listen, make me go out there. Oh, I'd run the course backwards, which is really weird to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause she
you went
came-
through the whole thing.
We ran out of lights,
Correct. Your batteries went dead, yeah.
so she came backwards out to get us
For
to get
you
more
and Jen.
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember passing you. And I was like, and then I caught up with her. I was like, she's just a quarter mile up, so you'll catch her right away.
Oh,
Right after you cross the creek.
because you can't see the arrows coming this way or where to
Oh,
turn.
yeah.
So you could actually keep going straight
because there's a lot of
turns.
different paths
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, never run it backwards.
So I would go hit an intersection and I would turn back to try and find, all right, where am I going? Do I go left? Do I go right? Where the fuck am I going? And if you didn't know, is I was dressed to be sitting still in the cold.
Yeah, you had a coat
She
on.
had snow
and
pants on.
She did. That lit up.
Yes, yeah,
Like the
that was
stars.
pretty cool. I liked those.
Those wind pants.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and then I had a winter coat on and I had sweatshirt and a long sleeve underneath. So I could just feel the sweat just dripping down me. And I was like, I'm going to fucking die.
You're making your own sauna.
Oh, it was a hot box in there. And I was just like, oh my God. And I'm like trying to get to her fast, but strip down at the same time and not fall on the trail going, this fucking sucks. And they're like, oh, and then we're going back and I'm like, oh, I'm going to die. But you can't tell the runner that.
Right, yeah.
All you can do is like, get moving.
Yep.
Okay. So that's like the ending.
Yeah. So now that that's covered.
Yeah, let's start all
Spoiler.
over. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, I finished.
Spoiler alert. She lives.
Yep.
She makes it. So you trained.
Yeah.
How'd your training go and lead up to that? I mean, you had to do some winter training. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so I did mines in October, and I usually take November and December off because, it's been a long year. And so I really started in January with a base. And it went fine, but My grandma passed in February, so like in January when she was in the hospital in February, I missed some, and it, not that I couldn't run 150 miles, but I missed some midweek runs and stuff. So, but I think my training overall was pretty good. I think that probably slowed me down a little bit, but I mean, I had a base for 100 miles,
Right.
So
Okay. All right. So I have to be refreshed a lot here. You started Thursday.
Yeah, I started with the 200 milers on Thursday at 4 p.m.
Which that gives you an extra 18 hours?
12 hours. No. Oh, yeah,
Or
because it
20
normally
hours.
starts at noon on Friday.
So noon to 4, that's 4 off of 24. So that'd be an extra 20 hours.
Sure.
I can
I'm
see
like,
the
I'm
wheel
doing
spinning.
ultra math. Yeah.
I'm like, no one
Yes,
cares.
yes,
All right, move
you're
on.
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
we had that. And also I did that, like, I wanted to start normal, and I had the last 2 times just because I wanted to try to finish officially.
Right.
And even Mike is like, I don't know why more people don't start early.
Right.
So, and then talking with Keith, I did a long training run with him, and he's like, why don't you just start early? Because if you have weather delays or anything, it is what
It just gives you time
just
to
gives
get
you that
it done.
extra time. So I started, and I think I ran the first, 40-ish miles with Keith.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You guys stuck together for quite a while.
Yeah.
Because Todd ran with us and Mike Britt
Oh, okay.
ran with us.
So you never had to really run alone much, did you?
No, I never ran alone because first loop, him and I ran together. And then we picked up his pacers, and then picked up my pacers.
Just a puppy, just,
Yep. Trashing the place.
I love how
doing that?
she just
Doing
runs.
that?
Oh, she's fine.
Okay.
She's running, having a good time.
She's just galloping through the store.
Well, Grace has to learn what she's in for in a couple
That's
of weeks.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
What it's like to have a puppy again.
Yep.
Or Grace is going to be like, you know what? I've changed my mind.
Tiring.
It is.
Okay, so always had somebody with you. All right. How'd that first night go?
I thought it was going to go better. Matthias was with me that first night. I did
Yep.
get sleepy the first night. I threw up.
Yeah, that was what, well, I wasn't with you. Was it Thursday night?
I thought so.
Okay.
Maybe you were with me early morning or something. I feel like you were early
I think
on.
both.
Yeah.
We put you in, I think, at about 3:34
Yeah.
a.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would have been probably like 40 or 50 miles or something. And
Yep.
I did get the sleepies. You brought a caffeine pill, I think.
Yep.
And,
you got the sleepies and an upset
And
stomach.
a throw up. Yeah, an upset
Yep.
stomach from something I ate at the
Yep.
aid station.
I got to watch her throw up.
Oh, yeah. It was not pretty.
Yeah, because we were worried about the color.
We were worried about the color because
Mhm.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
looking
It
at it
looked like
like
pure
what
bile.
in the world is that? And
Right.
I'm like, look at this, Matthias.
We're looking at her
Something's
puke.
wrong with that. So then we were talking to Dawn and you, and
We were worried
Right.
about your hydration
Yeah.
being off.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so sleepies came a little bit sooner than what you thought. And you struggle big time with getting tired.
I do. I just cannot stay awake.
Sorry.
And
I'm not laughing at her.
Nothing.
Anyone who's listening, they can't
Right.
see what
We're
we're
laughing
seeing.
at the dogs
dog-
running
it's the
around the
puppy
store.
running around. I got one on my lap and one's running around.
And it's more funny watching Grace try and chase this puppy through the store.
If you want me to take her too, just tell me. No, I get the sleepies. I've done everything. I tried, Matthias hung on to a caffeine pill, but we try to strategically take it so that when it wears off, the sun is coming up.
Correct. I remember that.
One time, I think I took a candy from Scotty Coomer at the 10 Junk Miles aid station. That worked once.
Yeah.
But when I get them, it's like
Oh, yeah. You're
I'm out. I mean,
You're
I'm
boom.
literally sleeping out there. And
Pretty much.
moving forward. It's very hard to explain to people that aren't runners. Like I was just trying to explain that to someone at a family reunion this weekend. Like, oh, I'm sleeping, but you're moving. Yeah, I'm moving.
That's why I
Right.
used that picture of Weekend in Bernie's because I feel like that's the best way to describe. And your one pacer said, legitimately, we were Weekend at Bernie's. Like
Yeah.
they were, had a hold of you and you were just bouncing off of everything.
Yeah, and Travis would say step up, like if there were steps, and he would say left, right. And I just, you're in that like zone where you're kind of asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of aware something's going on. Yeah.
You were so
It's
tired.
terrible.
You were so tired and sleepwalking that you actually fell and hit your head at the creek.
That is correct. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to cross the creek.
Third night.
And I didn't step the right way and slipped on. Yeah. And I was so mad because it was so cold that night.
Mm-hmm.
Way to straight
I
was
think
down.
cold that
I jumped up and
That'll
I was
wake you up.
cussing in a storm. And when we got back, we just had to tear off all the
Yeah,
clothes and
we had to
stuff.
strip you down.
Yeah, that was terrible. It was so cold.
That was horrible.
Who was with me?
It wasn't me.
It was Travis and Tara.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Travis,
it's the
Tara.
worst. My gloves got all. I was so mad.
I don't even remember pacing you. That's what's so bad is I don't remember when I paced you.
It's good.
I remember I paced her twice
You
for
paced
2
me
laps.
twice. Both loops he got me. I was in the sleepies. However, there was the Hawkeye loop,
Yep, the second loop I did with her was a Hawkeye loop where we listened to the game.
the Final Four game.
Yep. And then
So Travis had it on his phone playing it
on a speaker that
on
was
a
on his...
speaker.
Yeah.
And he kept getting farther and farther away, and I'm like, slow down, like I can't hear. And he's like,
I think he was trying to pull you
yeah. He's
along.
like, if you want to hear, you better get going. I'm like,
Right.
and so then when the game wasn't on, and
But as soon as that game was
I was
over,
gone.
boom, you're out.
I was awake the whole game, but as soon as the game was off,
Yeah, every 2 minutes. Hey, Tara, or hey, Erin, wake up.
Yeah.
Hey, Erin, wake up. Let's move it. Because you'd move good for a while. And after a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you just start slowing down and then become a sloth. And I'm like, hey, Erin, let's get moving. And you'd speed up, and it was just repeating over and over again.
And I know, I was talking to you and Travis, like, you guys, I really need to sleep. We'll get you back to the start finish.
Yeah.
And like, Jen's like, okay, an hour. I'm like, an hour? Like, this girl needs to sleep for multiple hours. And I just I'm not one person that can go on an hour and just go. Like, some people swear by this like 7-minute thing out on the trail.
Right.
7 minutes and I'm good to go. I need a solid 3 to 4 hours at least if I'm going to be functioning. And I think that's why I couldn't ever get it back, is because I never caught up on sleep. I don't know.
Well, we ended up giving you, how long was that first sleep? We ended up giving you over an hour.
It was over. We went longer.
Yeah.
No, I think the first one was only 45, and then we realized we'd do longer. I cannot, because it's been a while. That's what's hard about this podcast being later. There was one point in time, Tara and I decided we're going to give you longer because you were so done. I think you were out running with.
I was with Keith on the first lap while
You
I was
were
doing
somewhere,
with him, maybe.
and it was Tara and I had a little meeting, and I said, I think we need to give her a lot more sleep than an hour. It's not working. You were trashed.
Yeah.
You were
couldn't
mentally
wake back up.
No. And I said, I can't remember how I worded it, but I said something to you like, listen, I can't remember how I worded it because you got mad at me. Like, you literally snapped at me, and I said, Erin, listen, I'm gonna after you eat, I'm gonna have you sleep. We're gonna let you sleep.
Right.
And we've decided we're gonna let you sleep each time you come back.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Right.
There was something about like each.
And I was excited.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
Each sleep you come in, we're gonna let you come have a sleep during the night.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, sleepy, okay, Erin likey or something like that. and you literally just took your head and you passed out. Like,
Yeah.
you're gone. And
It was amazing how fast she could pass out.
Yeah.
Just boom, she's out.
Yeah, like we
I'm
made the
"Oh."
decision, like, because you weren't going to sleep that loop, and we decided now we're going to have you sleep every loop.
That's right.
And yeah. So yeah, that was kind of the decision of, okay, well, I think that each loop at night we're gonna have to let her sleep. We took the plan and tossed it.
Yeah, those long races, I don't know how people continue through that without sleep.
There's now kids and a puppy in this
Right.
place, so
Don't worry about the background noise.
the puppy's hiding.
It's funny.
But yeah, you had to. That was one of the things I noticed is you had to at night. Daytime, you were better.
Yeah, I can wake up in the daytime. It's just that when I'm supposed to be sleeping, I feel like I should be sleeping out there.
Right.
So yeah, sleepy. So
I don't think there's any. I've tried everything. You know what, though? At Kettle, I did not fall asleep.
And what do you think the difference was there?
I am thinking it's weather. Because when I did Cry Me a couple of years ago, I did not get the sleepies there either. I think I can stay awake when it's hot and heat. When
Really?
it's cold, because yeah, I did a homemade one during COVID, like a summer made up one. Didn't get the sleepies. That was summer. I did Cry Me a River. Didn't get the sleepies. Kettle. I didn't get the sleepies. So I'm wondering if it's the hot. Mine's, I always get the sleepies. It gets cool at night.
Nice and cool, yeah.
Hot, it got super
Heart
cold.
rate.
So is my
Heart rate.
Is my heart rate slowing then? At
No,
night?
your heart rate's higher when you're hot.
Yeah.
So that's keeping me awake.
Possibly.
all I
Plus, you're
can-
uncomfortable because you're hot.
Yeah. So,
So
I
when
mean,
it gets nice and cool, you're like, ooh.
Blankets
nice and,
and your heart rate goes down.
be.
Right.
And the blood pressure goes down. Well, your blood pressure goes down because you're cold. And then what happens when your blood pressure and your cold goes down? You get cold and tired.
at Crimea, I could never cool down, not even 2 or 3 in the morning. I was
So
still
somebody needs to
using
just
ice.
piss her off.
Yeah. So
Get her all heated up.
Well, get the blood pressure up,
Or put a jacket on her and
I could
overheat
just
her.
get really warm. Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be something to
So
try,
that's
though.
the only thing that I can figure out because those are the only races I've never fallen asleep is these summer races.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you just need to sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's uncomfortable. Yeah. She's going to be like, oh, I'm sweating. I don't want to be doing this.
But
It's
you're awake.
uncomfortable."
You're awake.
Right.
I did take one of those caffeine bullets, those little chew candies at Kettle. When I mean, I started getting a little tired, but I didn't get the sleepies. And I took one of those and it broke me.
Yeah. But it only lasts for so long.
It doesn't last very long, but it's nice when
Yeah.
but yeah, no sleepies.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I remember you posting about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's nice to learn stuff from your races and be like, okay, this.
Right.
Oh, there's a
why,
pattern.
Why this time and why not that time?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you have a puppy on you, Matthias?
Biting my shoe.
Saying,
It's eating my shoe.
is that the one your wife wanted too?
I don't remember.
Every time Matthias has been with me, I have fallen asleep.
You have.
You were with me at Mines, and then
He can be boring. So you said
tried-
he's
yeah,
you
he's
said
good.
he's good luck, but also he might be a little bit of a snoozer. I don't know.
Could be.
I feel bad too. Like,
No,
I
it's
fall
all right.
asleep, like, and Keith, bless his heart, comes back to Mines every year, and I don't know why he does because I fall asleep on him every year.
Right.
Like, and he's probably like, gee.
Here we
The
go.
first year, there was this, flood that we had to go through like a 400-foot flood
Mines
up
of Spain.
to my up to
I
my
remember that year.
waist, and I'm half asleep, walking real slow, and he turns around, he's like, I can't wait for you anymore. I will be at the other side of that water. I can't. It's too cold. I'm like, okay.
Keith's nice way of saying get your ass moving.
Yes. Yeah.
I think he likes the challenge. And then when you finish, that you guys overcame and triumphed, and he
Yeah.
feels good about that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting tired now. Speaking of tired sleepies.
Maybe.
Looks like the puppy's tired. Oh, wait.
No, she's got to find a place to get comfy.
Yeah.
Huh. What else you got to say about Potawatomi? All the fun things. What was probably the funniest things that you can remember?
The weekend at Bernie's after it happened was funny.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know what loop it was, but it was Tara and Travis together, and I was super, super tired. And I remember Tara grabbing me. It started with, I was like, you guys, when I fall asleep at Mines, Keith always puts his hand on my back and pushes me. So it was like a hint,
Oh, okay.
So Tara's like, oh, so we suck? And I'm like, no, I'm just telling you what Keith does. So she comes over and starts doing that. Well, it got bad. Like, I think I was like falling almost. And then Travis. So then they both have me on my arms and stuff. And we talked about it. It was weekend at Bernie's. I felt like I've never hallucinated, but seeing things, but I felt things. I felt the ground moving like an elevator. And I was like, do you guys feel that? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I feel like the ground just moved. So I was feeling things, not seeing things. And I'm pretty sure I was out about 90% of that loop. And we called it the weekend at Bernie's loop. So because they were both dragging me and telling me where to go. And yeah.
Your puppy's fighting the mirror.
See that? And now he's fighting.
It was the weekend. I mean, I think that's when we let you sleep the longest, as after that one, because
that was so tight. I was
they came in, they're like, so she slept walked pretty much that entire loop. It was your longest loop. You took took a really long time. Well, that last loop took a long time too.
I was assuming the last loop was not going to take long. Well,
No,
was not going to be as long as it was. So in my mind, I was going to be only having to go through 2 nights, and I was going to be done at least before midnight of
That's
Saturday.
right. That was your goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't happen, and that just messed me up mentally in that last loop. It took a long time, really long time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Loop 14 was extremely tough because I remember Jeff was with me and I was like, I'm mentally struggling because I have to do this loop and then I have another loop, 10-mile loop. And it's not like
it was getting dark then,
yeah,
too.
it's not like a normal 2.5 hour pot loop. It was going to be a long loop. And so I was just, my ankles, I couldn't run anymore because my ankles were swelling so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why still that happened.
Yeah, your feet were pretty trash
Yeah.
afterwards. I was getting a lot of images of your feet.
Yeah, my feet were bad. My legs felt great. I had no leg issues at all, and I would have been able to run. However, this ankle thing.
You had like a lot of edema going on.
Yeah. Is that an electrolyte imbalance? Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
At some point.
150 miles
Well,
is
it's 150
150 miles.
I feel like 100. Yeah, I
mean,
think
60 hours on your feet is
Right.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
it took a long time for those feet to heal too, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did.
And Potawatomi course, well, not hard. It still has the ups and downs. They're not just easy up and down. They're
steep.
the downhills are steep. They're not a flat steep either.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to really navigate, and there's a bunch of ankle twisters and stuff. So it puts a lot of stress on those.
Because you're flexing your
Correct.
ankles, and
Yeah.
I wonder
In
if
all
that
directions.
had something to do with it too.
Possibly.
We went to do a shoe change once, and I was like, I can't get her feet in.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
She had cankles.
Oh my
She
gosh.
did really bad. And she's like, how bad is it? I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry
I
about
think
it.
I got mad at them about a pair of socks they were going to grab, because I like them. They're Zenzas, but I'm like, no, they're too tight. They're not going to fit around my feet. But I think I was a little bit more not nice about it when she went to grab them. I think I said, no, I've already told you no.
I don't remember that. Yeah. Yeah. You were actually very easy to crew.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Yeah. You were never nasty or yelling or nothing.
I remember once telling you, and I never wanted to quit or tried to quit, but I did tell you once, it was at about 100 miles. I don't know how I'm going to do 50 more miles. I cannot stay awake, and I was just like, not that I was like, oh, I need to quit. It was just like,
You said, I don't think I can do a 50 more miles.
yeah, I couldn't stay awake. It just was like, and then it was so cold. So we were like bundled up and
Yeah, for that third night, it got cold. Yep.
cold.
And that's probably when I got mean.
Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. That's what you need. And that's exactly what I asked of you guys is to just, you got to kick me out and push me in.
Yep.
You know.
Get
Yeah.
you through there.
You told me.
You won't like it at the time, but you'll enjoy it afterwards.
It was I don't remember because but she was something like, I don't think I can do another 50 miles. And then I did the whole, yeah, well, you are.
right?
So
Suck it up, buttercup.
we're not going to talk about that. We're
Right.
not even going to have that discussion.
Yeah, it was like she kind of ignored it almost. I'm like,
Yep. Pretty much. I'm not going to acknowledge that you even said that. We're just going to get going. You're going to go do it.
I don't think I'm mean.
no.
Damn Amy calling me Satan. For the record, it was because of and I probably was like that with you a little bit. It was because I remember one point, I think I was I pacing you? And I yelled at you because your pee stunk?
Yeah, you did because I was peeing and you turn your pee stinks. You need to drink more water. I'm like, whoa.
It's a little personal.
Yeah.
It was rank.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that is some strong ass urine, which means you ain't fucking drinking.
Yeah, and I don't think I was. When it's cold, it's tougher to drink.
Yeah.
You got to force yourself to sip.
Right.
And as as a crew person, you're just looking out for your person. That could take them out, cause some problems, some health problems. So you're just like, you got to drink. I don't care. I know you don't want to. You got to do it. And then we were spoon feeding. I think your wife, Stephanie, took a picture of
I remember you just.
spoon feeding her.
Yeah, because I was.
The only
just
thing you were
tired
missing
to
were
eat.
the airplane noises.
I wanted to go right to sleep, and she said you have to eat first. I'm like, well, then you can feed me.
Yeah,
We had SpaghettiOs, and
I would say one more bite. You said that last time. And I said, I just want you to finish this container.
Right.
And then I said, if you eat this for me, I'll let you sleep. And that was always how I could get her to eat.
I remember heating the spaghetti was up at all time for her too.
Yeah. And it was like,
I love those.
If you
I don't know how, but
if you finish this, I will let you sleep. Really? You promise?
yeah.
Yes.
I remember that. And she
then-
would eat them.
And then I would spoon feed them. And then your wife, Stephanie, goes, oh my God, it's like a baby bird. You're feeding a baby bird.
I just opened my mouth. I think my eyes.
Your eyes were closed.
Yep.
And
Hey.
just make sure it's okay that whatever.
Oh yeah, he's just.
Oh, what is it?
Doink against the wall.
Okay. That whatever you were, I just wanted you to eat and then let you sleep. And then when you would leave to go out in your living, I'm like, okay, you got to take someone with you to eat. You're like, oh my God.
I always thought too that the sleepies might have the lack of calories could contribute to that too.
I felt like you ate
but
enough,
I
though.
felt like I ate a lot too, so I don't know if that's it either. And
Your hydration, though, too.
The hydration, and we were the salt thing. Like we were taking salt every hour. Then it was like, stop taking the salt because your fingers are fat. And then I forgot to take salt. It was
Salt's hard with fingers because you swell when you have too much and you swell when you don't have enough.
Yeah, so diagnosing what's going on.
As a crew person, it's hard. You really got to listen to your person.
Yeah, because you don't know how much they're drinking out on the loop and you don't know how much they're peeing out on the loop.
Yes.
So what are they taking in? What are they putting out? What's it look like when they're putting out?
I don't go to the bathroom if I don't. I
What's it smell like?
I don't go very often out there because I just feel like I don't want to waste time. I just want to go,
yeah.
and I know I need to go. And I'm a heavy sweater, even when it's cold. So at the beginning of the race, early on, I was sweating a lot.
Yeah, so you're probably not short on salt then.
Yeah.
No, I like what you're
Or I'm overdoing the salt.
body temperature definitely could, like you said, it's something to do with that because of blood pressure, electrolytes for sure. I think you don't drink enough. I really don't think you drink enough.
I don't think I did either. Early on, like the first few loops, I was probably good. And then after that, I'm not. And it's like the water doesn't taste good, but I do want ice cold water, but you can't have that because it's not out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You want to chug a water. I felt that at times, like, I just want to chug a water. Well, I got water sitting right here, but it's not the same.
No.
You know?
If it's cold out and you chug ice cold water, then you're just taking your core, bringing it down even further.
Well, you're expending calories
Keeping
for your
it warm.
body to heat that up. Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
Like, and I know, I remember, Terry, you want a Mountain Dew? I didn't even want, I'm like, no, that doesn't
She
even sound
went
good.
and got you one of your slushies.
Oh
you
yeah,
want
I'm
that?
like, no, I don't want that either. Like she did all the things that I would want, and
Right.
I just like nothing sounds or tastes good. And you made me eat the chicken that she got. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yep. She brought you some chicken, so you ate some of that.
Shout out to Tara. She even made me a half a chicken sandwich because she's like, hey,
Don't forget to
Yeah,
take care of yourself.
hey, crew, what have you eaten? I'm like, well, she's like, bite. And she was shoving food in my mouth. So I was like, shit. She baby bird my ass at one point. So, yeah.
But that's what makes ultra so exciting is can be so unpredictable.
It is.
And there's always, wow, that did not go how I expected. How can we diagnose and do it different next time? How can we make it better next time?
Yeah, it's always about that. And like as a crew person, you're going to get thrown some shit. Like her first night when stuff started happening, I'm like, okay, here we go. Roller coaster, here we go. Like start troubleshooting the shit out of it because, you're like, oh, I'm not going to have any problems the first night. Boom, we started having problems. I'm like, throwing up, and so I'm like, all right.
Well,
you push up your sleeves. You're like, all right, let's do this.
Even as a crew person, I've learned a lot in the last 12 months with a couple of people I've paced, and changing my approach and how I've dealt with them is, I've learned a lot. So it's been kind of cool. And, like I said, everything's different.
It's neat. That's
Did you just blame
why
a fart on the dog?
I did. Somebody farted. I smell it, or that's why I was looking for some poo or something.
It's probably Matthias.
Could be.
Yeah, probably.
The reason I do these is because of the challenge, right? They're hard. They're not supposed to be easy.
Right.
And it's neat because you can problem solve out there on the course and trying to figure out,
Mm-hmm.
all right, why did I throw up? Okay. Because you can't just quit because you throw up, right?
Right.
I had 100 more miles to do. So it's problem solving it's kind of fun. Maybe not at the time. Isn't
No,
fun,
of
but
course
like when you
not.
figure it out, it's absolutely cool. Like, we figured it out.
Yep. Or we got through that and we moved on and we kept on going and
we
it's on to
did.
the next problem. Yeah.
Your dog bit my boob.
Oh,
Poor thing. Holy crap.
wow, that one's crazy.
She's nuts.
Okay.
You need to settle down, little kid.
So remind me not to get pink.
Watch out, Grace.
Yep.
Boob biter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry.
I feel like I problem solve better for other people when we're out there. Like when we're crewing and pacing
of
for others,
course.
you're like, oh, do this, do this, do this. And when you're out there yourself, it's like,
That's why I feel like
why am I like, I just
Yeah.
want to figure the sleepies out so bad. Why does everybody else stay awake? You know what I mean? Not everybody else does, but I don't see people falling asleep out there like I am.
Right.
Like, what is going on? That's
I think your brain just says, dark sleep.
and it might be a mental thing. Like, so now I start getting nervous when it's like after midnight. I'm like, okay, it's going to be coming soon. It's going to be coming. And then boom, there
Are
it is.
you very much on routine at home? Like
Yes.
you go to bed at a certain time every
Pretty
night,
much.
and you wake up at a certain time.
That's what it
every
is.
night?
That's what I think.
I think that's
Pretty
part
much.
of it.
Yeah.
If your body has a very, very strict routine, I think it
Yeah.
could play a part
You
in
know what
that.
I would do for training if you're ever going to do it again? I would get out at midnight and go out for runs.
Start
I should try to
running
do that. I've
late.
done some night runs. Like we go and do night runs, but
She's your mischievous one.
I think Grace wants that one.
That one is a handful.
Yeah, something.
That's your girl, Grace.
Got here.
The brother's like, I got it.
Yep.
I'm so tired.
The boy is so calm.
yeah, he is. You're gonna be calm. You're gonna stay right here.
Okay. I think your crew, I want to say that you picked, the dynamics that you picked were amazing.
Well, there's a
Like-
little bit of everything.
Well, no, I mean, as far as we all, like you never know how we're all going to mesh.
Right.
And we were, I'm
we meshed well, but we all brought, just like when you were at Dino, we meshed well, but we all brought something different to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked working with Tara and Travis because those were her primaries that she had brought in for the duration. And man, I've never worked with Tara,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. I really enjoyed working with her
Good.
because she was with a lot of it. Like she was there during
Yeah.
Well,
the
she
duration.
probably got the most experience in working with Aaron
Yeah.
through her races.
We run together all the time. so
Yeah.
she
Right.
knows when she knows what it looks like when I start to get down. However, she's never been with me with the sleepies because she's always running mines or
That's
something
true.
else too.
Yeah.
This was the first time she's heard about it, but she's like, wow, I've never been with that.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting.
Well, that's a new experience for her, isn't it?
She's probably like, all right.
Don't want to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's real.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I know it's real.
Yeah, I know Matthias has experienced
Yeah.
your sleepies.
I always feel bad, but it's like, it's par for the course. Let's
No,
just get her through this lap. And
nuts. I run with people overnight. They don't get it. I always ask Tara, I'm like, no, I don't get
Question:
sleepies.
you have run with others and paced others overnight, and you were okay?
Yes.
How's that work?
Because I haven't run
You're
70
not-
to 80 miles.
right, you're not
ahead of time.
50 to
So
80
it isn't
miles
a
in.
night thing, or she just shuts off.
Yeah, it isn't. You're right. Yeah, because I paced a friend at Hennepin last year, and yeah, I wasn't tired.
Well, it could be a combination of things. You're
Could.
tired, you're weak, and
I'm
then the
just
nighttime
troubleshooting.
hits. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, exactly.
So if there's anyone listening, and you get really bad sleepies, comment somewhere on the posting of this and Erin will be keeping an eye out for it. And reach out because we want to know. Like,
because that is the one thing about hundreds that I dislike and am been trying to figure out since I started, because it happened in my very first one. And so when it didn't happen it was the COVID summer homemade one. When it didn't happen, I was like, oh my God, am I cured?
Right.
And then mine's happened and it was back. So
okay, well, we'll
yeah.
just
So
put
if
it out
anyone
there.
knows,
Yeah, or
Yep.
any different ideas on
Yeah.
the
Let's hear it.
causes. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, let's hear it. Like,
Yep.
somebody might know. You might be like, oh, I didn't think about that, or this or
Correct.
that. That's what's so great about the internet. And
Yeah. Other
this
than
kind of stuff.
doing drugs to stay awake.
Yeah, no drugs.
Well, yeah, we don't want to
I-
take
I
speed in the
did
middle of the night.
caffeine pills once.
couple
by myself,
Adderalls, and you'll be good to
Yeah,
go.
that was a bad experience for you.
Yeah.
That first time you did that.
Yeah, that's why you guys have to carry the caffeine pills.
Right. Yeah, she will down them like they're candy.
Yeah, we know that it.
Doesn't work that way. I
As a
guess.
crew chief, you're like, okay, are you pacing her? You
Get
the cat.
one.
You get
Yep.
it. Yeah, we give them to the pacers, not to the runner.
They are strategically given.
I did the same thing when I did mine. After learning from you, I was like, yeah, I will be too tired to be like, yeah, I don't think I took one. I'll take another. And I probably do that over and over again.
And I liked, like, when with Matthias, he was like, well, we're going to take it so that when it
Come
wears
down.
off, the sun's going to be out. So then
Right.
you've got that pickup of the sun.
Yeah.
It's really weird what the sun does to you, too, and it
Yeah.
wakes you back up.
Yeah.
It's just the daylight, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I always think, when is the sun going to come up? When's that going to happen?
Never soon enough.
Yeah.
So, would you ever do that again?
That one, no.
But would you do that distance again?
If I have plenty of time to be able to get like a 3 to 4 hour rest.
What about a 200?
Same thing. I I think those like the Tahoes, those, I think you get plenty of time where you can actually get a solid sleep.
Yeah, you can.
I was following Brad Gorski and I'm like, okay, I could do that. Like you can't do 200 at pot and get anything.
Hardly any sleep unless you're fast.
Unless you're fast.
Yeah.
I think what's her name? Rachel did it and she was able to get some good sleep, but I'm not fast. So I couldn't do that. And even at pot 150 there, that's just, I need to sleep.
Right.
Have you checked out Southern States? Their new one. They just started. It was their first one this year.
Where's that?
Georgia.
What is that? They have a 200? Mm-hmm. Like lots of time?
Decent.
It's in Georgia. We're at in Georgia.
You'll have to get out a device that pulls up the internet and shows you stuff that you have right there on the
called
table.
Southern
You
States.
brought it up. You were supposed to
Yeah,
know.
you're supposed to know that. It's
Do you
called-
think I got it on the top of my head? All I know is I've been kind of eyeing it. Not obviously for next year, but I'm like, who could I
I've
rope
been
in to do that
eyeing-
with me?
I've been eyeing Vol State.
Me too. We talked about this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I really, when
Is
you,
that the one
The last one.
Jen did?
Yes, and it
Okay.
starts tomorrow, and I'm gonna like very strongly follow it this year because that is a race. Like you could do a 50K a day, and you could get some sleep.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
so when you marked that to me, I was like, oh, I want to do it.
Yeah.
But you're going to do it next year. And I'm like, I can't do it next year.
I don't know if I am gonna do it next year because I'm gonna do the OMR Slam next year.
Ooh. Wow.
So
what is all of that?
the OMR Slam is Kettle 100 because I have to go back and finish Kettle.
Okay.
So that's in June.
Wait, can we pause on that?
Pause.
No, we'll come back. Keep going. Sorry.
Kettle in June.
Okay.
Midwest States in August, and then Hennepin.
Yeah,
Your
right.
face.
I hear you on that one.
I mean, Hennepin was my first one. I love OMR. I love Michelle, but it's so flat, and you just look at the same thing the whole time. And
I know.
but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, but the
So it's just
flannel you get when you finish.
oh, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I know I got to do it again for that new
So
flannel.
it's those 3 races,
Yeah.
and then I would still do Mines of Spain 2 weeks later, just because I always do Mines of Spain. And
Yeah.
you gotta, so.
So the OMR Slam is just 3 races
Yes.
then? Oh,
I
okay.
had been looking at Midwest State Slam or the Midwest Grand Slam,
Oh, the one.
the with 5.
Yep. Well, you only have to do 4 of the 5.
I know, but I
You can do
wanted
the
to-
Super Slam and get all 5.
I wanted to do the.
That's
I
what
want to do the
James did.
super, and
Yeah.
logistically, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot logistically to figure out, and I feel like I could do it, but it's like you gotta.
it's
do
very
I do
taxing.
it by myself because I don't want to ask people to go? That's a lot to ask of people to go to all these places and stuff, and
Yeah, but you'd be
so-
surprised. A lot of people would be happy. You know, if you pick different people
yeah, I guess.
for every other one.
Yep.
yeah,
So that
wouldn't be
maybe
so bad.
that'd be on the burner and maybe sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I want to do a slam, and then someone had mentioned, well, why not the OMR Slam? I'm like, oh,
And that's only 3 of them.
yeah. So
And they're fairly well spaced out.
yeah, June, August, October.
October, yeah.
okay, so I might have a chance to do Ball State with you the following year.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
I really want to do it. I've been eyeing it for a while.
Really?
I've been reading it, been watching stuff. I mean, this was before I think this was before Hennepin. I was eyeing that. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do. So when I was talking to you, I want to do Omar and then Vol State in the same year. I don't like to wait around. Like, I'll do
So
that
would you
next
do
year. But Jen kind
Omar
of talked me off the
Crude?
ledge.
Or what does he call it? Fucked?
screwed,
Oh,
screwed,
screwed or crude.
Crude or screwed?
Yeah. So I think I need to figure out like that too. Like what
I
do
like
it
crude
screwed.
better,
Crude does sound better.
Right.
but that's a lot to ask.
It's like 10 days to ask somebody to come and be your crew.
Yeah, but you know what's nice about that is if you have problems,
yeah.
they can help you fix those problems. They can go get supplies, bring them back to you, all of those things.
I think
right?
if you got a couple people to do it with you,
Yeah.
it would be the best to do it, and then have crewed because they could crew a
Everybody.
few.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They don't need to crew just you. They could crew a few of you. So I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah, and just
I've watched a couple videos
and just rent an
now
RV,
and just
a C-class RV.
starts tomorrow, so get after it and watch it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no interest in doing that.
Okay.
I don't know why I do, but I do. I can't remember when I first started. I'm like, oh, that looks awesome.
What is that? 384?
500K, so it's like, what is that, like 310 miles or
Okay.
something like that.
All right. So I overestimated a little bit. That's still over 300 miles though. Ooh,
Yeah. So basically, so you have 10 days to do it. So
that's a big
if you
commitment.
did a 50K a day for the 10 day, if you wanted to get it done in
Right.
10 days.
Okay.
Jen was saying that the guys that finish first get done in 3 days.
That's
Can you believe
nuts. That's 100 miles a day.
So let's go back to Kettle.
that? Kettle.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? Not about what just happened, unless you want to talk about it.
Oh.
But I was going to say
Oh.
what we talked about.
Oh,
Matthias.
when I was running Schutzen, at the one point where we were able to walk and talk because he was walking up a hill, he said that he would pace me.
Oh,
Is that was that real or was
Sure.
that ultra talk?
This
No,
is like
I'm
a
on
proposal.
it.
This is like a proposal, y'all. Wait, you got to officially ask him.
Did you pace me at Kettle?
yes.
Oh, should we have done a you know what the kids do in prom?
Oh, like a signage?
Like you're so Kettle's a rocky course. You're so rocky. Will you
rock my pacing?
rock my, yeah.
That sounds
That
really
was
weird.
I don't know. I'll have to think of something and make it official. But yeah, like a promposal they do, the promposals and stuff.
We help me rock the miles at Kettle.
There you go. Oh, yeah. I was serious when I was talking to
Good.
you.
Good,
I was
good.
still lucid.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I get
So
it.
that Kettle course, it's deceiving.
It is, isn't it?
Mm.
The worst is Blue Loop.
Is that the Nordic? Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
so
that
people think
sucks.
that Kettle is easy because too many people look at the paper numbers
Yes.
of
Yeah.
like the
I mean,
elevation game.
it is only 9,000, but it's still 9,000.
Yes.
You know, it's not a 6,000.
And the section out to Rice Lake, like I've done Ice Age 50, and the section out to Rice Lake in Ice Age 50 is first. And I
Okay.
love that
Uh-huh.
because you're just flying and stuff.
Right.
Well, the section out to Rice Lake and Kettle is 75, 80 miles.
It sucks.
And it's harder than hell. And it's dark and it's hard and your
Yep.
feet hurt. And you're like,
There's a
I was
lot
like,
of
this
rocks.
is not the same.
It's a lot of rocks and
Yes.
roots in that section.
So that is probably like, I would say that's the hardest part. And you're doing it
Almost.
on 80 miles.
Yep.
I mean, the Nordic loop sucks too.
Yeah. Just
It's not difficult. It just
No.
is hard mentally, I think.
It is, because when you come into 100K, you sit there and you think, oh, I gotta go out and do that
Yeah.
2 more times.
Now, before you say yes, is this going to cross into any other year races?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
No.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there you go.
Yeah, because
You brought your lucky charm.
the other ones will be after
your
that.
possibly boring lucky charm,
Well,
your sleepy
hey. Yeah.
lucky charm.
I'll be all right.
It's gonna be summer. I'm gonna be awake, right?
Yeah, if it's hot
Yeah.
out.
It's hot. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
You might actually have an woke Erin.
Whoa, that'll be different.
Yeah.
I'll learn a new Erin.
Something the matter with you?
Yep.
No, I do love. It's a fun course. It's just, it's deceiving. Yeah, you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's just like hindsight. It's only 6,500 feet of elevation gain, but it's deceivingly hard.
Dino only has 9,000 feet of gain.
Is it 9 or I thought it was a 6?
I think it was 9 or
Is it
10,000.
9?
Yeah.
9 or
I
10?
know. That's
Oh, that's not
rocky
so
though,
bad.
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Technical.
Yep.
It has some
Yeah.
great runnable sections, though.
It does, but them rocks
will tear you up when you're
Well,
tired.
and
beat on your
I
feet
mean, that
after a while.
Nordic loop at Kettle is super runnable. If you like that, you know what I mean.
parts of it
Speaking
are.
of Dino, are we not going?
Well, I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave us a discount if we were going to go.
Really?
Sign up.
No. Because you guys weren't responding, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm like, I'd be sitting there like,
I thought about it to get my early qualifier out
He
of
was
the
going
way.
to go too.
So then I was like, well, that's why I did Kettle to get a qualifier.
Right.
And then someone's like, we'll do Hennepin. Well, I just looked at the wait list and there's like 60 people on the wait list.
Yeah.
So
Somebody was trying to convince me to do mines, and then there's like 58 people on the wait list.
you might get in, seriously.
Yeah, I told him that.
My first year I did it, I was way down there on the wait list. Put your name on the wait list.
I
'cause
told you.
You probably would get in.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
I've heard of people getting in.
There's a lot of people sign up because it sells out in minutes, like
Right.
shoots in Kettle. And then when he puts out those deferral dates, they're like, oh my God, it's getting closer. Like he just put out, it's 100 days out right now.
Right, I
today
seen
or
that
yesterday
today,
or
yep.
something. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing the 100K at Mines of Spain.
Well, if I'm racing Mines of Spain, I can't crew you or pace you for Mines of Spain.
Oh.
You're pacing me at Kettle.
Oh, there you go. So it
And
makes up for it.
You can run. You
Okay.
can run it.
She's relieving you of your duties.
I'll relieve you of your duties. If I need you, I'll yeah,
There
you'll
you
be
go.
fine. You're doing 100K.
Yeah, I'm doing the 100K.
Right.
Nice.
You'll see me.
Might as well just do that. I'll run it with you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Did you just say I might as well do the 100?
You might as well.
Well, and if I get done in time, I can still do the last 20 with her.
120 there.
There you go.
Can I just
You'll be done.
can I
before
just
I'm done.
bump up to the 100?
Oh yeah, I would assume. Why not?
Well, I'm sure you could. I don't know if that would be
I've seen
something
people
you
do
would
that.
want to do, but
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to do that, but
Yeah.
are you hurt?
Yeah.
mm-hmm. All the more reason to be like, maybe not.
Yeah, I am. I guess I could say on the podcast, I'm going to be pulling out of Midwest states. Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. It's the smart thing to do.
Such a bummer, but yeah.
But
Can you defer to next year? Is that-
I could, but that would not make sense because I will be running 125 miles in May.
Oh,
Right.
That's right.
Well, May
You have till August.
Yeah, May, June, July, August. You got 3 months to
you have the summer
recover,
to recover.
and it's only 100K. Or you can always drop down to 50K.
I could drop down
Yeah.
to 50K and just like ride up with somebody and do it because
Right.
I just want to go up there and check the course. We'll see. We'll
But
see.
somebody just said, "Oh, I'm not going to drive all that way for 50K."
Not when it's on my 20th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
To like make him like to make my,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, we're gonna go up there.
That
It's-
makes sense
Yeah,
now.
it's the date that's kind of more
Okay.
because I convinced him for that. But that's adorable. That puppy is sound asleep
What
on the table.
125 is that a race that you would nap or no? Because that's 25 more miles than 100. Would you nap in that?
What time of day do you start? That starts in the middle of the day, doesn't it?
No, it starts at 6-7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So you
I guess it would just depend on how far you're moving along.
Possibly 2 nights.
I was looking at the where I stand with everyone else. You know,
Yeah.
percentage wise. I'd be happy if I finish in 55 hours.
Okay, so that's 2 nights. So
Yeah,
I would-
she would definitely be getting into the second night for sure.
yeah, that second night is so hard. Sorry,
No,
it's not that hard.
No, but I'm great without sleep.
Oh,
Have you done a second night though?
No,
Yeah.
but
they
only
have sleep stations out there.
so like with crewing and
Yeah,
stuff.
they do really good
like,
with that.
When I do like just crewing, I'm not on tired feet, but I'm somebody I can't sleep. I have a problem being able to sleep.
Yeah.
So
I guess you can plan on not sleeping, but have a backup plan
That's
to
going to be-
allow provisions for sleeping if you need it.
my goal is to try and get a couple hours here and there. Maybe
okay,
Yeah.
that's what I plan on doing. Is if
But if
like,
you're not sleepy, you just keep going. And if you're ready for a dirt nap, boom. Maybe get
yeah,
a
because I'm
Courtney
not going
Dauwalter
to force
experience.
it and waste my time.
that's what I think.
Right.
But if I'm like really tired, I'll be like, we're sleeping here, right here on the dirt, on the course, or in a sleep station. So if I can sleep in a sleep station, I'll take
They
it.
have cots and stuff there, don't they?
Yeah. Otherwise, my paces are going to be stuck, making sure scorpions don't eat me while I
Yeah.
sleep on the ground.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, scorpions, snakes. Yeah,
I can
no
sleep
big deal.
standing up even for a little bit until just for a little bit to get me where I need to go. So
Just don't fall into any jumping cholos.
I've done a standing sleep nap before, and I thought for sure I slept a lot longer than what I did, and it was amazing.
Oh, well, if you can get that type of experience, that's good for you then. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bye.
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 So yeah,
So you want to do a bigger one, like a 150, 200 also someday?
I don't know.
You'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Don't ask me like that
Right.
week.
I was a hard no for a long time because the recovery sucked. And then now I'm more of a not that one because
Well, you've been there, done that now,
yeah,
finally.
and I've been there, done that. So right. So I would need one. Like I look at Tahoe, that would be so fun.
yeah.
can sleep.
Those are so expensive.
But they're so yeah,
though.
you're right.
Oh.
They're
I
so
hate the
expensive.
prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
The price to
just-
get into the 125 was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just for
so
the
expensive.
125.
Yep.
But I wanted it for the experience, so I actually thought about bumping up to the
Isn't Barb
250.
doing it?
Yeah.
Barb and Randy.
Yeah,
They're doing it
Yeah.
together.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's so awesome.
And I wanted to bump up to the 250, and then I looked at the price again and went, no. No.
yeah, I haven't even looked at the price on that thing.
That's like
I can buy a
2,400.
used car for that.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's crazy.
Maybe we could do our own. That's why I was looking at like that 500 kit, the Fall State,
Oh, okay.
because it's it's kind of like a journey run, and I feel like I could do
I think it's reasonable
something
too.
like that. Yeah, I think it's reasonable too. Even though there still isn't aid stations, but use gas.
No,
stations.
but I've heard that people along the course, there's a lot of helpful people.
I think
Yeah.
I saw that.
But
too,
you can't
actually,
count on
Angels.
them, but-
yes.
No, you can't. But when they're there, they're
Yes.
available to take advantage of. They'll give you food, drink,
Little
place to stay,
trail
sleep.
angels.
Yeah, trail angels. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard they're really good at along courses like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, you asked him about that. You got anything else you want to share?
The recovery was terrible.
Okay, you want to hear? Well, how bad?
It was terrible.
Off of the 150?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
Really?
I got headaches. I was going to go
that's
back to
right.
school on Monday. Like, I didn't take the day off.
I was worried about
So
you.
I'm like, I'll recover.
wow.
Sunday wasn't terrible. Like, I slept a little bit when I got home and then woke up to watch the championship of the women's basketball. Went outside for a walk because Morgan put on Facebook, all you pot people go for a walk. I'm like, oh, okay. So I
Right.
took my little cane because my
I remember
ankles,
seeing that.
went for a walk and woke up Monday. I couldn't walk. Like, I went to go to the bathroom and my ankles wouldn't like move. So I text my principal. I'm like, I literally can't walk. So I can't come. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. And I was in bed all day, tried to walk. And then I woke up in the middle of the night, huge migraine, had migraines and headaches for like a week. I don't know if I was imbalanced, electrolytes, but
wow.
it was the worst. I couldn't put I was wearing slippers for like a full week to school because I couldn't fit shoes on my feet. It was terrible.
You were really bad.
That's horrible.
We were like checking in and she's not responding. And then she'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, guys, I got migraines.
Yeah.
My feet are so swollen.
The migraines have got to be the worst,
Oh,
though.
that was the worst. And I got in the middle of the night. I jumped in the bathtub like a cold water. So I didn't go to school. I texted my principal Tuesday morning real quick. I'm like, I can't come. I'm so sorry. That was it. Well, normally I'll text my mom. She works there. I'm not coming to school. I didn't. Everyone at school is worried about me. My principal texts me, your mom's worried about you. And somebody else, like, your mom's worried about you. I don't think I woke up all day. My Todd went down to drop pictures off at the school, and everyone's like, what's wrong with Erin? And he's like, oh, she's been sleeping all day. Like,
Yeah.
He comes back, he's like, everyone at school is worried about you. And I look at my phone, I'm like, oh.
Wow.
So,
Do you want to be like, I ran 150 freaking
well,
miles.
and that's the thing. My mom was like, normally you're pretty good after, a day. I'm like, this was 50 more miles and like 30 more hours. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the
Right.
big thing. It was 60 hours of doing something. It wasn't the like 50 more miles. It's 60 hours.
The time.
That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. My worst before this was Cry Me because that took me 36 and that was a pretty tough recovery. But then this was just.
Yeah.
And then I think my mom was like, so you're not going to do that again, right?
It was cool
She
seeing
came
them.
out.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Hold on. I got to pause.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, I had to step away, but that was super cool. So your mom
Yeah.
came. Your mom has not experienced the ultra world or ultra race.
Never been to one.
And so she picks Potawatomi and you're 150 and you're like, hey, give her the tour, basically. So I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to go over like what this is, aid station, what Erin's doing, why she's doing what she's doing. Erin comes in, try and make it look like you're not terrible and dying,
Right.
Like, she's fine. She's fine. This is all normal. This is great. Your mom's got some concerns because your feet were swelling. So she wanted to tell me how your grandmother had edema, I think.
Yeah.
She went on a whole story about that. And I wanted to be like, you know what, though? Her feet are just mad. Like, they're just angry.
Right.
So I just like, okay, that's great. General concerns as a mom. I get it. I'm a mom. I know. But then I'm like, you had your aunt and uncle with
My
or
aunt and
something?
uncle were in town. They live in Texas.
Yep, they stopped by too.
So
Yeah.
she was off school that day.
Yeah, so they're just kind of, on the sidelines, and they're asking questions. And I'm like, we can go see her run the course if you guys want. And they're like, really? I'm like, I think you should. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you came this way. So I walk them over to that spot at
The 1 mile
Potawatomi
spot. Yep.
where they come through in the 1 mile. And I think the coolest thing was her mom going up the hill a little bit and then running Erin in a little bit into the woods.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was neat. Yeah, that was
Neat.
fun. Yeah,
And-
she'd never been to that.
And
type of
she
thing.
was just like, I go, yeah, run with her for a little bit. And she did.
Yeah,
and
she
I was
did.
like, oh,
That's cool.
that was really super cool to see. Like,
Well, originally she's like talking about coming on Saturday. And I knew Saturday would be very bad for her to see me like that. So I was like, you should probably come Friday. That would be better.
A little
If
fresher look on your
if
face.
I think if she would have saw me on Saturday, she'd have been telling you guys to pull me off the course.
yeah, I mean, I'm glad she didn't see you then because I think people probably think we're nuts.
I would
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
any of the outsiders
I would
are
think
like,
the
why
normal-
would you do
yeah,
that?
a normal person seeing what we look like, I think at some places would probably say, I think it's time to.
Right.
I've had experience with a mom. Well, I was crew chief for Lynn and her mom, who is a nurse.
Oh no.
So, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
Bill, if you knew,
At Mines.
yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want her mom here when she comes in for her getting ready for last loop. That's when I was mean, and they said I was too mean. And I was,
Her mom did?
No, everyone did.
Okay.
I kicked all family out of the tent. I wasn't going to allow any family in the tent. I wanted them all. And I said, your job's going to be to cheer her out. I didn't want them to see how bad Lynn was going to be because I was like, it's going to show on the face. It's not going to go well. I don't need Lynn to read her face. I don't need that back and forth communication.
Right.
Or a mom telling me no.
Her mom might have said no, but Lynn wouldn't have.
And I didn't need that time or that argument. So I
Right.
just said, no family in the tent. That's just how it is. I wasn't even going to let Lynn sit down because I wanted her to get going. I was afraid she was because she was
rough spot.
Yeah. And they're like, you got to let her sit down. I'm like, whatever. Okay. So, and I think that was a really good decision because I think that some of our families should not see us like that. I think it's best for them just to, they care too much. And that's great.
Right.
But I don't think that some can handle some of the ugliness of this.
Right.
But at the finish line, they're like, oh, look at them. They're so great and happy.
Oh, yeah, because everybody can run the
last 100 meters.
to the finish line, right?
Yeah,
We got to the bell.
You did.
I rang the bell and gave my poles to somebody, and
Off you went.
off we went. Because just that adrenaline comes.
Yeah. How was that finish?
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so disappointed I missed it because I was out pacing.
Oh, you were with Nathan.
Yeah, I
Was
was
that
with-
one
yeah.
of his last loops? Is that his last
It
loop?
was the second to last
Okay.
loop, I think.
Because we saw you pass us a few times.
It was emotional, very
Yeah.
emotional.
I
as
wish I would have been
as
there.
a crew. It was a long weekend,
Yeah.
and I knew she had to dig so freaking deep.
That was
through a
probably
lot.
one of the biggest
Throwing
things I
up,
wish I would have
being
seen.
tired, hit your head on the
Well,
creek.
yeah, and every emotion, like you go through every emotion out there, like
Highs and lows.
mad,
And
happy, sad, pissed, all the things.
I'm doing this. Ugh, am I
And
going to
yeah.
make it?
Yeah,
And then you placed. You got a trophy.
I got first place.
Yeah, you got first place.
What? That's amazing.
So Mike Kelsey hands her the first place. She goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She goes, "I've never placed at a race ever before." And I go, "And you do it at 150 miles."
Right?
I never win anything. And so this is funny because I go back to school all the time after doing these races, and my students are always like, the first question,
Hey, did you win?
Did you win? And I'm like, no. I didn't run like a 5K. I can't even win that. I'm like, no, I didn't win. And so I was, wait at track practice the first day back. I was just waiting for somebody to ask me if I won.
Yes.
Did
I
anyone
did.
ask
No,
you?
they didn't.
Really?
And then, so, my mom said that you ran 150 miles in circles all weekend because, like, I use the term loop on, like, in my Facebook posts, so the kids are like, yeah, my mom said you ran 150 miles in circles, like, on a track or something. I'm like, a little different.
It's a really big loop
Right?
that goes all over the place.
Yep. 10-mile track.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so sweet. So Kelsey gives her that. She embraces it for what to me feels like a minute. To me, I would want to, and then she's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
ready.
Get me outta here.
What the worst part
She
is?
wanted out of her clothes.
I wanted to be out of my clothes.
Did you ever find your
It was
watch?
Cold. That was what I was going to say. The worst part about this race was I lost my watch that I had just purchased probably in October.
Ooh.
And I think what happened was, so I changed by the fire. I took my watch off because I knew it was going to be hard getting the sweatshirts off. So I took my watch off and I think I set it right by the fire. For weeks, I was looking for it in every pocket, in my bed. I thought, well, maybe when I got home and I passed out, I took it off in my bed. Couldn't find it. Looked everywhere. Text Mike Kelsey. Nobody found a watch. Broke
Bummer.
down and bought a new one.
I do not remember
But-
seeing you take that off.
But because of that,
You didn't get the activity.
I did not get the activity.
That's the worst part.
I didn't get it. I was so mad.
No, that is the worst
So I just had to
part.
manually enter it. I didn't get to see the map. I didn't get to see
Oh my God.
it.
Right.
So mad.
Yep. That would.
Charge
Yeah.
that fucking
Because
thing
I
and
paused
everything.
it. Paused it right when I stopped it right
Yeah.
there and saved it.
Oh,
But because the
no.
Bluetooth wasn't on it,
Oh, right.
it didn't go to my phone.
Oh no.
Doesn't that make you sick?
Yeah.
You do this, I'm like, I have to go do it again just to get the
Everyone is going, no.
I know.
data. It reminded me of Keith.
Yep.
Oh,
Run before your battery runs out.
Because I don't think he got his data from that race, did he?
he got part of it.
Yeah,
He
part
was
of it.
missing
part of it.
Damn it.
And then
So-
my watch died at Kettle because I didn't turn anything off. So that
Oh no.
I'm just having a rough time with
She was
watches.
messaging Tara and I about watch, and we're like, we were stripping her down, literally naked at the fire, naked,
Yep.
and
There was
getting
a
her
girl
dressed.
sitting next to me. I'm like, sorry.
We looked around like, it's girls, we're fine.
Right.
And like, we just, if a guy came, we're gonna be like, hold
This
on,
is so cold.
because she was literally shaking.
Well, everything. Yeah, when you
'cause it
stop
was
moving
rain-
and
and it
it's
was raining.
night, it was nighttime
It was
still.
raining. It was raining, cold rain.
And as soon as you
Typical
stop,
Potawatomi.
boom.
Yeah, typical Potawatomi, cold rain.
Like I wanted to jump in that fire. That's how cold I was.
Well, apparently
Like,
your
I
fucking watch did.
Kept scooting closer.
right.
I sure hope somebody likes it, because I know someone has to have it,
Either they have it or it went in the fire.
or it went in the fire, and that it could very well be.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
Because, I don't feel like trail runners would do that.
I don't
they would-
either,
I
you're
feel like they
right.
turn it in.
Yeah, that's why I texted Mike. I'm like, do you find a watch?
Right.
No.
Probably go
So
next
sad.
year and I'll see it embedded in the dirt.
Yeah, that would be great.
Right.
Is my data on there?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh,
It
that
has
would be
to be.
so
It had to
cool.
be in the history.
Yeah. As long, well, yeah. After a while, it auto saves.
I just want my data.
I
So
feel
I had a
ya.
man-
Put that
Manually
on a
enter
charger
it.
now.
Doesn't look as cool when
No,
you
of
put
course not.
150 miles.
Mm,
You're just going to have to do it
no
again.
heart rate, no pace,
Nothing.
no time, nothing.
It would be neat to see what her heart rate was when she was tired.
Right.
I think.
Oh yeah.
I
That'd
turned my
be
heart
some
rate
valuable
off.
data.
I think we only had to charge it like once because I turned everything off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
Gotcha.
So after the race, what I was going to say is she was done. She was like, stripped down. I'm cold. I'm done. We Bernied her ass into Tara's car where we threw everything in the trunk and her in the front, and it was goodbye.
Yep. I remember coming back from the one loop and everything was packed up.
Yeah. We literally
Yeah.
I
I
had-
don't blame her.
we were packing things up when she was out in that last.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was sitting by the fire when I got the phone call.
I need light.
We're running out of light.
Yeah. Well,
It was
then,
a text.
Then they were like, I'm like, before we left, Tara gave me her battery and I'm like, is this going to last? And she's like, yeah, it didn't. And then Jen's like, just to let you know, it would have lasted if we would have got down on time.
No, you were being
'Cause
shit.
The battery was supposed to be like 4 hours or something.
There's the Satan voice.
Yeah. And I was like, because we were running and I was so mad. And she's like, it's not a big deal. You can use my headlamp. I'm like, it is a big deal because it's a Kogala and I can't stand wearing headlamps.
Right.
They're not as bright and they hurt my head. And
You
I
were
was
so pissed.
mad about it.
You guys said it would last and it would last this loop and blah, blah, blah. And it was and she was pissed. And so I replied, well, it would have if you would have gotten done when you were supposed to.
Right.
And then I
that's
hear,
why-
ouch. And I'm like,
That's why I was hitting everything with my poles on there. I was
Including
just like,
me.
Swap. I was like, Jen's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing.
I'm having my moment. Leave me alone.
you were not happy. I'm like, well, I'm just telling you, you were supposed to.
I did, like you suggested, though. I did buy one of those big ass batteries off of
Yeah.
and
Off of Amazon?
Yep, and it lasted me all night at Cruel Joel, and it was still almost halfway full.
And they're pretty cheap
Yeah,
compared to getting a Kogala battery.
exactly.
Yeah. I love the Kogala lights. Some people hate them. I love them.
I hate them when they're coming at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only
Some
thing
guy
I didn't
did
like.
yell at us. Don't blind me. Don't blind me. I'm
Right.
like, well,
It is blinding.
sorry.
I had somebody say that at Cruel Joel too, but I would always kind of half
I
cover
try
it
to
up.
cover it.
Yeah. But the only thing, it lights everything up so amazing. The only thing I don't like about it, it gives you that halo effect because it has a sharp cutoff. So you kind of have this halo around it, a circle around it. But once you get used to it, oh my God, it's so amazing.
And when you turn your head, you can't see. You have
Yeah.
to like turn your chest. I don't
That's
know
true.
where you wear yours. I put it on
same
your
thing.
shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right on
I
my
wear a
back.
waist lamp and it's the same thing. I feel like I'm turning my hips because I can't see anything. Because I turn my head, I'm like, you can't see shit,
Swing,
dummy.
swing.
Yeah, I feel like Wayne's World, Party time, excellent. Swing. All right. Well, recovery sucked, but you did it. And now your amnesia's kicked in. You're like, yeah, I'll do some stuff again.
Yep.
Yeah. After Kettle, like I think the morning after I got home, I was signed up for SCOCO. I was like, post race blues. I need to sign up for something I can finish. And
Right.
now I'm on the wait list.
How far?
Oh no,
50K. But I am doing Crimey this river this weekend. 50K.
I didn't see your name on there.
It's not.
Okay, I was wondering.
I'm gonna go sign up race day. I texted
Okay.
Sean. I'm like, can I sign up race day? Yep.
Yep, it's a little more expensive.
Yeah. I decided at like last weekend.
Can you sign up online?
I'm going tomorrow. I'm going down as well.
You are?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Well, now that I know you're going, I'm going to go.
Yeah. So, I was like I don't know.
Way to rub it into the person who had to drop down from 50K.
Anyway. So Travis was supposed to do the 100. So last year he got the big storm. Everybody that were on the 100 got to run it 100 again this year.
Oh, okay.
So, but he's running Leadville, and we're not. This is not the race to do 100. So he's just going to do the 50K. So I'm like, well, it's on my calendar. So I'm like,
sweet.
Let's go do it.
Yeah, I did see his name on the list for 150K.
Well, and then he was going to drop to the 150K, and we said, or the 100K, and we said, still probably not a good
June, July, August. Yeah. So we're in July, so July, August. Yeah, he should not run 100K.
He's doing the 50K.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I'll see you guys down there.
Yeah, you're doing it too. Yeah, 50K.
Yeah, I'm not signed up yet.
All right, so see, you can sign up.
Yep.
I wonder what we get. You get an axe when you finish 100.
I don't know, because I can't do the 50K. I had to drop out.
You did the half last year, right?
Yeah.
What do you get?
I got a plate.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like a plate to eat something on?
Uh-huh. Like a cookie plate.
That'd be awesome.
That's great. I wonder what the 50K gets, like a bowl? And then you get an axe for the 100?
I don't know. It was like the most unique thing I've ever gotten. I'm like,
that's what I thought about the axe. I'm like, this is pretty sweet.
Oh,
I've almost thought about running 100K. Just going down Friday afternoon and running 100K.
Oh, do it. It sucks.
But I gotta babysit 4 girls Friday night, so I can't do that. But I'll just go down and do a 50K.
Honestly,
It's just a fun run.
Going. It is the hardest course I've ever done.
I really wanted to do the 50K.
Yeah.
After Cruel Jewel, it won't be that bad.
It won't be bad for you, yeah.
Other than the stupid steps.
Yeah. It's like Mines of Spain.
Well, or 9.
9.
We're going to talk about Mines of Spain coming up. So just so y'all know, I'm looking forward to having a conversation about that course. And I'm going to be talking with Jen. Jen and I are meeting on July 26th at Mines of Spain
to do
Park.
A podcast?
To do a podcast.
Sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
So she's going to talk all about Mines of Spain on July 26th. We're going to meet in Dubuque at Mines of Spain.
Are you gonna run first there?
I believe we'll run before or after.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
She knows that course inside and out.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Had a few laps there.
Yeah. So that's going to be exciting. So stay tuned for that one. Probably going to record the podcast next week for CMAR. I might combine CMAR and Pinetum into one recording and just kind of split it, like chapter 1,
it won't
chapter 2.
be next week, but it'll have to be the week after if you're going to do a post Pinetum.
So I would record CMAR this Saturday and then record again at Pinetum.
Oh,
and
so
then
you're talking about
putting them
recording
together.
at the races.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and put them all together. So we'll see.
Gotcha. There you go.
We've got a lot of stuff to talk about with races and stuff. This puppy, it's staring at me saying, take me home.
Yeah, they're kind of coming up. So we got CMAR.
When's Pinetum?
The week
Friday.
after CMAR.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to get ready for that soon. Hindsight's coming up before you know it.
End of September.
Mm-hmm. And then Chupacabra is registration.
Second weekend in August. That's registration is open. Fun race. Super fun.
So
did you? Awesome.
I haven't yet. I need to, but I love that race.
If you did Chupacabra, how much of the Chupacabra course is like of Hindsight? Do they?
Maybe a third of it.
So it would be kind of good for somebody who's doing Hindsight to do Chupacabra?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's about it for races that I can think of. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Tiger 10 miler.
FYI, I never get tired at Chupacabra.
Tiger 10 miler. Speaking of Tiger 10 miler, so Tiger 10 miler, that's coming up. You guys should register for that one.
Yeah.
I do got to say, oops, I just hit something on my phone here. So Tiger 10 miler is September 21st. Get signed up for that. Runners of the Corn will have an aid station at Tiger 10 miler.
Ooh.
We will have a spot there. We might be recording. I guess we're going to be recording
I'm
the podcast.
not going to stop there long enough to say anything. So
we're going to just make fun of you, or we'll be recording post party.
Like at the 5 mile or something. Like
yeah, we'll be at the halfway mark. So,
I'll be at the post party.
It's going to be Tiger 10, or it's going to be Runners of the Corn and Stonebridge running together. So he thinks he's going to get some big plaque. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to get a big shot of something at the aid station.
Like a shot
for everyone.
Like
no, just kidding.
Shot?
For everyone that passes by you?
Yeah, no, just kidding. Remy's like, no, you're not. No. Okay. So that'll be fun. Sign up for that race. You guys can say hi to us.
Yep.
We'll be there.
Gristmill Grind.
Gristmill Grind. That's
That's a fun little local race to do.
I mean, yeah. And it supports that area, that park. So,
yep.
10K. And it's the first rucking event we've gotten in the area. He's making a rucking event out of that. So if you're big into that,
okay, rucking.
I don't know how you're gonna, I guess, compete against the other ruckers. Come on, you mother rucker.
Who's leading the rucker part of that?
Danny?
No, it's him.
He's doing it. Dan is doing it.
Dan is putting it together. But so I guess you'd be like, all right,
I didn't know if he was doing it in partnership
Ruckers go.
with.
I just like saying
Danny or
rucker,
not.
mother rucker.
Mother rucker.
And then the August mine's a Spain trail race.
I am on the wait list for that.
Oh yeah,
But
is that one too?
I got in before easily on that. I'm like
Really?
way in the bottom, but before I've gotten in. So we'll see if I get in for that. The one time I got in, I went, shit. So I think I got in last year too, and I was on the wait list, and then I decided I think I couldn't because I had something else
Some
going
people
on.
do both that and chupacabra the same.
I did that.
You did that.
Yeah.
I did both of them, and I think that was an amazing way to do some training miles.
Yeah.
Back to back it. I was tired,
Right.
but I mean,
That's the purpose of that.
yeah.
Yeah, we ran together at Chupa, me, you, and Keith.
Mm-hmm. That's when you asked me to crew you when we
While
did
we were
Chupa.
doing- Okay.
And Keith turned and looked at me like, what the hell? He gave me that slow,
Yeah.
what did you just say? I'm like, well, you didn't ask me. So, all right. I think that's it. Anything else?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Oh,
thanks
thanks
for
for
sharing.
coming down.
Thanks for running with me, you guys.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, but I learn every time.
It
I
is
was-
a challenge to run with me.
I was fine. I mean, I got stabbed by a pole. I think she was mad at me. I'm getting called Satan. But hey, I love you guys so much. You know what, though? It's great because everyone's listening. They're like, I'm never going to ask her to crew me.
No, you do it right though. I mean,
Well,
you change. Like I didn't even have to touch
successful,
my
right?
feet.
Yeah.
She takes my shoes and socks off for me. And I think at one point, I opened my bin and I had clean clothes in there. I don't know where that came from.
Grace asked if I wanted to wash any of your clothes. And I said, yeah, you want to take them?
That
So
was wonderful.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
clean
Took it
clothes
to the
because
verbal.
I needed to change. I think I only brought like 3 shirts.
I
and
was
needed
afraid
to
you would.
change
I was
multiple
afraid you were
times.
going to need stuff again.
And
so
I did.
Yeah.
So it was great.
So I had them wash it. And I do touch feet. It's
Yeah,
weird, but I
she
will
took
touch your
my-
feet.
She took my socks off.
Yeah,
put my
she
socks
did.
on. Tied my did it all. Like
Lubed your feet every
lubed
time.
my feet. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I think Lauren may have gunned me.
Mhm.
She gunned me a couple
Mhm.
times.
I will lube your feet.
All-star crew right there.
Yeah, you guys rocked.
Yeah. Ask Amy. I got up and personal on her at
Yeah.
one point in time.
Oh yeah,
She
so
was cramping-
having groin problems.
Growing up,
Yeah.
and then I had to get up in there and massage there. And I'm like, we're got to be real close friends right now. She's like, yeah, we are. I'm like, found it. But when you're crewing, you don't think about it. You just dive
You just
in.
do it.
Yeah, you just
get
dive
it done. Yep.
in. And then afterwards, you're like, does anyone have a wet wipe?
Some sanitizer.
Feel a little gross.
It
All right.
happens.
Yeah, I love it. All right,
right.
guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Runners of the Corn is brought to you by Stonebridge Running in Dixon, Illinois. Stonebridge Running has everything you need from running a 5K to 200 miles, walking, or standing on your feet all day long. Stop into Stonebridge Running for all your walking and running needs. Thank you, Stonebridge.